Hey guys, before we get started, I urge you to watch the first part of this video, which is called Don't Die Before Asking Yourself These Questions. This video is going to make much more sense if you go and watch that one first. Okay, number one, everything has a creator. Every animal has a mother that it came from. Who made the first mother and father of any being? Who created Adam and Eve? Now let's say you do believe in a creator or a manufacturer. What do you think about him? Or what do you know about him? Can it really be 100 gods as some would have you believe? Or would it be one God? What would be more logical to you? Can this God or creator be a man? A man who can be harmed by other men? Or a statue that can be harmed by other men? Number three, what have the previous religions been telling us? Since the beginning of time in history, not just Islam, Christianity, Judaism, they've been saying worship God, do good things, do things that God is telling you to do. Do not create mischief on the earth. There must be a God there, and sounds like He's been sending some messengers to guide mankind to what's good for them. Like the whole legal system found its basis on religious texts, the Bible, the Torah, the Quran. Now, for the atheists out of you who would be saying, I don't believe in fairy tales. Okay, if that's what you would like to classify a book that billions of people see as words from God and have believed it to be so since roughly 1400 years ago. And at least the Quran has a ton of miracles which you need to hear to make you understand, like it did for billions of others, that it is a guidance from a divine being and it is the only truth out there. Firstly, you need to understand that the Quran is different to the Bible or the Torah. The Quran is the only book that has been preserved in its original Arabic. It was revealed to the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ in oral form, and it was then written by some of the companions at the time. So it's a combination of both of these methods that has helped the Quran stay in its original form, rather than being in different volumes or words of another person, or companions, like some of the other religions. Okay, second, embryology was explained perfectly in the Quran, way before the advent of technology or ultrasound systems. As noted in the verse, this has been verified by doctors, and it's impossible for any man to know this scientific process 1400 years ago without the technology that we have today. Number three, the description of mountains being pegs into the earth to contain it. Knowing what's underneath the crest of the earth and ground and what impact it has scientifically. Number four, descriptions of mountains varying in color, even though only one such mountain has been discovered in Peru in recent years. There was no such mountains in Arabia at that time. Number five, 1400 years ago, people thought that the earth was flat and static. Today, we know this is false. Or as the verse says, Allah created the heavens and the earth in truth. He overlaps the night over the day and overlaps the day over the night, and enslaved the sun and the moon. All move to a pre-recorded destiny. Is He not the exalted, the forgiver? The Quran says they all move, not just that the earth moves. It is only recent science that has confirmed that all three celestial bodies move in space and are not stationary. Finally, the Quran or God directly tells us in the Quran what the purpose of our lives really is. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. He created death and life to test you as to which of you is best in deeds. I have created the jinn and mankind only for my worship. The Quran in its own words says it is a guidance for mankind. How can you ignore that? In other words, take mankind from the depths of darkness to light. Another one, guides them to the ways of peace. Another one, guides to that which is more suitable and gives good tidings to the believers. The most important part out of all of this is you cannot ignore the message God has sent for you. If you choose to do that, that's what you will be questioned about. The job of all messengers that have been sent by God and in the holy books was to guide humanity towards God being one and worshipping Him alone and doing good things to be ready for the day we meet Him. Finally, if you think now there is a God, you believe yes there is one, can you justify to yourself that to leave all logic aside and continue your life as it was? Or would you rather listen and obey to the message that has been sent by God? Because deep down, if you think about your life, it's missing something, isn't it? There's an emptiness in here. The Quran says, Verily, in the remembrance of Allah do hearts find rest. If you are uneasy, have trouble sleeping, have stresses in your life, I would urge you to go on a journey to listen to what God has in store for you. Lastly, the choice is in your hand. Just remember, the job of the devil is to make you believe that there is no God, is to make you disobey him. Don't become a prey for him, man. Seriously. Become someone your Creator is pleased with and someone he's happy with at the end. This life is short. Don't wait for something bad to happen or for the airplane to experience a bit of wind turbulence before you find God. Look, I hope that was useful. Further videos will build on from this, as this was just the foundation to explore what God says about fixing the problems we experience today. Lastly, I request you to consider liking this video. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. We want to get the truth out there, so be a part of that.